Hi, everybody. If you're not watching it live, the show, you can do so at spiritmediumtv.com. I just put it on live. It's one of those last minute kind of rushing around kind of things today. Anyway, welcome, welcome, welcome to, let's see, what am I calling it this week? I keep changing the name of the show. Spirit Medium Laura, Clairvoyant Healer, Mediumship and Messages. And as I've been mentioning lately, Spirit has told me that I'm a clairvoyant healer and that mediumship is a part of that. But there's a gamut of other mediumship type of healing services that I provide. Some are connecting to those who've transitioned. Some of the services are messages about your own life with a healing slash spiritual evolution slant to them. Some of them literally are healing. For example, today we're going to be working with Susie's dog, who's very ill. And doing some healing for that dog. And then there's also mentoring about various things that is always taking a healing focus on that, and medical intuition, which I don't do so much on the show, but I do it more in private. Speaking of private readings or private clairvoyant sessions, there are a couple of ways that you can get that with me. One of them is everything is going to be on this particular website, which is spiritmediumtv.com. Everything I'm about to say is reiterated in writing at spiritmediumtv.com. First thing is, if you want to get a 25% sale off time with me, you can learn how to do so at number 1 on that page. If you would like to win a clairvoyant session with me, that's item number 2 on that page, but I'm just going to give you the clue right now, which is go to spiritmediumtv.com, and on the upper right portion of that page is a form you fill in to join the mailing list, and then you're in to win for the month we're in. So you're only competing with those individuals who joined during the month we're in. Make sense? Good. And thirdly, number 3 on spiritmediumtv.com is a way for you to jump the queue if you would have an urgent matter that just can't wait. Donate 8 and jump the gate. That's at item number 3 there. And then item number 4, which is way at the bottom of that page, is the video feed of this show, which goes to YouTube, and well, it's all over the place now. It's all over the internet now. And so there will be some channeling, group message, and there's usually, right now I'll probably talk a little bit about other things of note and merit that need to be said, like what's happening now kind of messages. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, yeah, the most important thing right now that I'm working on is announcing clairvoyant healing kind of work. And one of the focuses that I am drawn to do or led to do by Spirit is how to raise your vibration through your physical body. Okay, it's a mind, body, soul thing that literally raises our vibration. A lot of people think if I pray and meditate, but yet other parts of their life are in disarray rather. If other parts of their life are in disarray, but they're meditating every day, they will not see the results of bliss, good fortune, productivity, and a whole gamut of other things that come from being at a higher vibration. And I just want to give you one idea. When one is at a higher vibration, okay, when their life is in good form, when they're peaceful and have chosen peace over drama, when their life is in good form, when they're at a higher vibration, things flow to them easily, much easier than if they're on a lower vibration. So it kind of makes sense. If you're in resistance and fighting everything in your life, you're in a constant, never-ending series of disappointments, personal dramas, resisting everything that comes your way, you're going to also be pushing away your abundance and your God flow. I call it God flow, guidance, opportunities, and destiny. So for all those listening, remember that. And one of the primary ways, besides there's many wonderful things we can do in terms of our mind, Okay? But many people forget their body. Okay? They may be connecting with their soul in meditation and their mind by having a good attitude and good thoughts, positive thoughts, but they may be forgetting their body. The body is very important, really important. If you're filling your body, for example, with toxicity, it's not that hard to do these days. Even if you're eating healthfully, you're still being exposed to a myriad of toxins in the physical world, like one of them might be called electromagnetic fields or pesticides or just sludge in the ocean, or in our water supply. So it's fluoride. It's really hard to avoid, okay, being poisoned in our modern Western industrialized society. But what can we do? Well, one thing that you can do is watch what you eat. Eat a clean diet focused on plant-based foods, which are vibrationally higher and also will reflect that in your lack of attraction for disease. Eating a vibrationally higher diet will help you avoid disease. It will help you hit your ideal weight. It will help you remove the fat, which is in your body, to protect you from the toxins. So if you clean up your nutritional component in your life, you will experience greater abundance, greater flow. Also, psychic ability improves, and your own intuition improves, and a whole bunch of things. So I am focusing on that today to just describe that with you. As a clairvoyant healer, I have this kind of session available to you, and as a listener of the show, you'll get some extra time with that. Okay, so I'm not going to talk about anything else right now. I'm going to go to the opening meditation, and then we'll go to the group message. And so I would like everyone listening to please relax in your seat. If you're on your feet, then find a place to relax. Uncross arms and legs. Start to focus on breath from your abdominal area. Letting go of stress, letting go of the fast pace that you might be in at this moment. Opening up your heart, your solar plexus, all of yourself to the idea that Spirit is with you today. And as you continue to breathe abdominally, I would like those wanting an other side connection to invite in their loved ones from the spirit world. And I would like those wanting an answer to a life question to invite in your own divine beings to help answer that question. And get the question very clear in your head, please, as it helps in receiving the answer. As you do that, I'm going to go off and invoke the Master Prayer. I'll be back in a millisecond. And now what I would like everyone listening to do is on your next exhale of breath, I would like you to release into the space your energy, and I will connect us all. One moment, please. Okay. And so one of the things that is coming through for the entire group is an image of the ascended master energy called Mother Mary, which is in part, the Mother of Christ, if you want to call it that, but it's also standing for a healing, nurturing, mothering energy, because many people today are needing a lot of nurturing, healing, loving, and also reassurance that their problems will be taken care of, that they will be nurtured, that they will be cared for. And there is nothing truly to fear other than fear itself, is the first message that's coming forth. In a moment, I'm going to relax and allow in the guides that would come in today, and they will identify who they are. One moment, please. We are here. We are the ones. Today we decided to come back and to discuss love again with all of you. Healing love of self, soul, heart, mind, body, all components of self. The healing mechanism for all of you to heal yourself is to love yourself. If you do not have good self care, if you do not care for your well being, if you are constantly in search of that which can be in conflict with you, you will find that your health and your welfare will all suffer from that. That is why we are here today to discuss how one can embed self healing as a component to their day to day life. One of the things is to not look outside yourself. It is better to ensure the relationship with yourself is the healthiest that it can possibly be. That is the first and very first step to self healing and self love, is to reinforce the relationship with yourself so that it is strong, so that you are your best parent, so that you nurture yourself, and so that Mother Mary energy is within yourself. The best way to go about doing this is to take care of yourself. This means looking at what one does on a day-to-day basis, paying attention to how you feel. Those situations that are making you feel uncomfortable in some way are toxic for you. We will focus on food for a moment, as that was already brought up earlier. For example, if you eat a certain dish and afterwards you do not feel well, you need to start paying attention to that. There are various foods that are embedded in the diet of people on Earth these days that are toxic. The natural foods, even that you are eating every day, are toxic to you. You need to learn what they are, each of you, for what you are. Those people that would like to have the best connection to self need to eat the foods that have the highest energy to self. Raw foods, vegetable foods, and minimizing animal protein or foods that come from the death of another being. Those foods are lower vibrational energy. You will notice as soon as you eat them, your energy will drain. Any processed foods as well. When you eat them, you may find your mental clarity diminishes, or you may have foggy thinking. So pay attention to how you feel on a day-to-day basis. We will give you an assignment to look at foods and how they react in your form for the next week or so, and see then what comes up from that. Namaste. Wow, that's interesting. They're getting into health and nutrition. What was their idea that I get into all this, or who knows? I have to say, though, that I am very much pushed in that direction of late. Okay, let's see what we got going on here. Susie, honey, I don't know if you're there, but it looks like you haven't gone to some of the numbers that were there. Maybe you had to leave for a moment. I don't know. Oh, you're busy. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go to the person that's waiting the longest. And I also want to let you know that sometimes I think I know who's waiting the longest, but then I find out that those people have moved to the bottom of the queue inadvertently. Okay, so we have Peggy here, who is looking for an other side connection. Thank you, Susie, for finding that out. I like to take the other side connections first. When my mental acuity is at its highest, or my energy is at its highest. Hello, Peggy. How are you?
Hi, I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing good, darling. That "how are you" sounds a little bit like a New England accent. Are you from
No, I'm a Detroiter.
a Detroiter? Okay, because 248's not a New England area code. Okay, so let's see who we've got from Spirit for you. Feels like there's more of a mother figure. I think I have both parents actually, or a mother-father figure, both actually here around me. I want to see who wants to step forward, honey. Hold on. I'm going to go to your aura. Hold on. Mother, mother, mother. Okay, I need you to step forward, please, mommy. Okay, this person is shows me hair, and it could be a grandma too, honey, or an aunt or someone like that. So we're going to just be a little broad right now until we can hone it down. The hair is on the shorter side, but a medium to short haircut. It's got a little bit of wave to it. It's nicely styled and layered. She's very traditional. very traditional in her outlook and the way she goes about things on Earth. Looks like she wore glasses when she was on Earth. She has a straight nose.
Definitely my.
Okay, you understand that then. And there's a few other things she wants to show me. I just want to finish the nose because it's kind of interesting. It's a nice straight nose. I kind of admire that. Very pretty face. Full lips. Cheekbones don't stick out that much. It's this, softening of the cheekbones and a little bit of the skin's hanging down a little bit as we get older, that kind of a thing. But her nose is a stronger nose, and it's under the rim of the glasses, the eyeglasses. She's a very kind person. She loves children, animals. There's a few other things. She wouldn't. Come on, mommy. Come on in, sweetheart. She loves kids, animals. She loves you. She says there's something that she's trying to say, and it's all jumbled. Hold on. What is that, please, mommy? Okay, nurturing was not good for me. Whatever was given to me towards the end did not work. She says I was cared for a lot towards the end of my life, but I was unable to get out of the haze and the coma that I went into. I was not feeling well for a while, but finally towards the end I went into what is called, she's using very interesting language, a transfixed state in which she did not know anyone, nor did she understand anyone. I'm going to interrupt that for a moment because that could mean a few things, right? It could mean that she's got diminishing alertness like an Alzheimer or dementia. It could mean she went into a coma or, just that kind of thing. I don't know yet. I'm letting her develop this, okay, Peggy? Okay, so her consciousness was diminishing over time. She was unable to identify friends and family for quite a while before she passed away. This she would call more of a losing of cognitive abilities. Do you understand, Mom, for losing cognitive abilities towards the end of her life, please?
Just the last few days, they had to put her in a coma.
They put her in a coma. Oh, my goodness. Okay. All right. So they put her in a coma. Oh, wow. She says she didn't like the coma.
No,
she didn't like the coma very much. She says it was a very uneasy time for her. She was in a lot of unrest. She was moving around the bed a lot. She was unable to get things for herself anymore, and she felt very uneasy and very much in disarray. Maybe that's why they put her in the coma, because she was in a lot of discomfort. But she says that she did not like that feeling whatsoever. And I also feel a feeling in her lung area, like perhaps not being able to breathe. And maybe that's why they did that. Is that correct, love? I'm just conjecturing, but I do feel the breathing is difficult.
Yes, it was. She had to have some kind of heart procedure, so they had to actually, do that to her. And then the procedure went bad, so it was only a few days before she passed.
Yeah. So she's showing me that she's very restless. She's not easy. She's not resting easy. She's very uncomfortable. There's a lot of coughing. There's fluids coming up. There's something coming out of her lungs. I don't, all these other things. I don't even hear the heart right now. I guess these are other things that were side effects of everything going on. She's not able to get her breath. She feels like she's going to asphyxiate quite a bit or pass out, something like that. And she's very, very uncomfortable. She says she's grateful for having transitioned when she did. She's sorry that she was not able to say goodbye to you properly because of all the things going on. Okay. She says that she's very grateful for you being close by and near her. But the thing is, you didn't understand that. She knew all that. Okay. So she wants you to know that she knows that you were there for her, that she knows that something about your father. Your father was there for her also. Now, I don't know if he's still on Earth or what that means, but she says your father was also there for her in some way. I'm going to let her fill that in, okay? Oh, okay.
He passed after.
He passed after her? Okay. Because she was going to tell me if he was in spirit helping her or if he was on Earth. But okay, he passed after. Because she says, your father was there with me too. I'm so grateful for everyone there, trying to hold my uneasy hand as I got ready to launch. Interesting way to put that. Yes, she says, launch. She says, I launched. She says, it was like a new birth for me. She says, when I finally left my body, she says, I was in complete agreement to leave at that time. I had settled everything I needed to settle. I was no longer willing to stay in that body of mine. There was no going back. She says, I now am in spirit and I'm very, very happy. She says, I look in on you, and she also uses this name, which is very unusual. I've never heard this before, Lulu Bell. Does that have any significance to you? I look in on you and Lulu Bell quite often is what she's saying.
No. Her name with an L, and it's an odd name, but...
Oh, okay. What is her name?
Leonora.
Leonora, okay. I don't know what the Lulu Bell, maybe that's her attempt to give me her name. I'm being very firm with Spirit lately, asking them to give me their names. And so sometimes the names come in a little bit backwards. But anyway, she says, I look in on you and, hold on, let's see what she means by that, Lulu Bell. Lulu Bell, the little one. Is there a little child, like a grandchild or even a great-grandchild to your mom?
Yeah, I take care of 2 of my grandchildren. I'm very close to my 4-year-old grandson.
Okay, well, she's kind of maybe using a babyish name for them. I perhaps never used anything like that on Earth, but I'll just say that's what she's trying to say, the babies. She looks in on you and the babies quite a bit. I did feel a male earlier that was like a younger person, which would have been her grandson, but I won't go there now because that's already been expressed by you. Let me see what else I can get. The dog is here with me in spirit. There seems to be a dog that is beside her in spirit. This dog has a medium to larger build and also has brown, not dark brown, medium brown fur, and it's longer kind of fur that seems to be around. Do you recognize that animal at all, please?
Yes, there should be about 4 dogs with her.
All right. Well, she's giving me one of them right now, okay? And that was the oldest of the 3, the 3 females at home. Okay, so she's given me some idea about the dogs, that there were at least 3 others, and she's the 4th one, maybe the oldest one, and that that the other dogs were female, or this dog is female. So there's something about female dogs. Do you guys like female dogs in the family?
We've had mostly male dogs, but we did have a dog when I was in high school that was a female dog. Yes.
Oh, so that's the oldest then. Okay, that would be the oldest one.
Yeah.
Okay. And I was going to pick up my cat, who's a female over here. She's like running around, all of a sudden in love with me during the radio show. Go figure. So there's that beautiful dog. And is that dog the one that had the more caramel colored fur with it's a little bit longer fur? Is that the one? Can you remember that dog?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that dog,
yeah.
She shows me that dog. I'm trying to get you, I'm trying to say to you, she's giving me very specific things, and I want to honor them for her and for you and for everybody listening to know that spirit continues. So I'm just going to go to a personal message, Peggy. Let me see what Mommy wants to say. She loves you so much. She loves everybody so much. Okay, Dad is here with her now. We said that earlier, that Dad's around her now. She says, we're not idly sitting around twiddling our thumbs here. She says, we have lives. We come and go. We come and go as we please. We do things. We have fun. It's just like Earth in many ways. Your mom has a very good vocabulary. She used myriad of ways. Was Mom educated, honey? Because she doesn't give me anything to say that other than she has a good vocabulary coming through me. Does it make sense to you, honey?
She was very smart. She couldn't go to college because of financial, difficulties back then, but she was very educated and very smart, yes.
Yeah, because she gives me that impression. She's definitely a, higher grade of mind than the average person. Okay, so let me see if there's anything else. You want to say something to Peggy, Mom, about her own health or anything going on in Peggy's life? You're going to find a new work soon, she says. It'll be more to your liking than the one you've been doing for a long time. She says, she's giving me the impression that you're trying to switch gears now, going from one thing to another. She says you'll do well with that. I hope that makes sense to you, Peggy.
Well, I don't know. I've been watching my grandchildren for like 8 years, but the little one now is in preschool. Next year he'll be in kindergarten full time, and I know his mom wants to quit work at that point.
Oh.
Or in full time, so I don't know what will happen to me at that point.
Well, it looks like she's talking about you having something new to do. Okay, and that you will like it very much, and it will be more. I think before you were watching the kids, did you ever work? You were working before, weren't you?
Okay. years in a very hard job.
Right, because you didn't like that. So she says you're
No, I didn't.
No, she says this is going to be what you do now after after you make another transition. You're going to be doing something more to your liking, new job, new work. That'll be more in attunement to who you are and what you like, and it'll be fun. It'll be like a regular job, she says, if you want it, but it'll be something that's interesting to you. So look forward to that, Peggy.
All righty then. Thank you.
Thank you, love. Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, that was very interesting. I'm going to see if there are anybody, what's going on? Sometimes I look at the stuff I write lately and I say, Laura, my God, now I can't even talk, let alone that. Okay, so we have Melissa who's wanting an other side. I just want to see who's been waiting the longest for other side. Then I will go to other kind of questions. We have Danielle, we have Peggy, who I just did. So Melissa, you will be coming next. And then I'll be going to some other people. Hello, Melissa. Hello.
Hi, this is Marissa.
Yeah, is it Melissa?
It's Marissa.
Marissa.
I get called Melissa a lot.
Well, it's easy to misunderstand, via all the phone lines and everything else. Looks like you called in a Skype line. Is that correct, darling?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, Marissa. It's hard. It's important for me to get the name right, although Spirit would fix it for me. Okay, we're working on an other side connection for Marissa. Okay, hold on. Let me just see who's around you. Okay, there's more of a male energy to you today. Feels more of a father figure, or it could be a grandparent, something like that, but an older person to you that's male in energy. I'm going to see if he wants to step forward so I can develop him a bit for you, Marissa. Hold on. You're a very happy person today, he's saying to me, because something is new for you today. This is an important day for you. I have no idea what he means. I'm going to continue a little bit. Please, sir, step forward. You're very happy, he goes on, about something that's new for you. I don't know why he keeps saying this, Marissa, but there's something going on with you and something to do with your own health and healing. Does that make any sense to you, honey? Because he won't stop saying it.
I don't know unless there's something coming that I don't know about.
Oh, okay. It'll come on. It'll be figured out as we go forward, okay? Let's see.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so there's a man now that does pop forward, and he's got white hair. So it looks maybe, you don't sound old enough to have a father this old, so he's probably from a generation removed from you. In other words, a grandparent, or it could even be older. His hair is hanging around his head. It's thinned out. It's white. It's a little bit on the longish, disheveled side, but not beyond his ears or whatever, just like a little bit, like as if he's a little unkempt right now. And I could see that there's some balding going on. I know it sounds not so flattering for this person, but I have to give you exactly what I'm getting. He's wearing glasses. His face is hanging a bit. He has a straight nose, nice, strong, straight nose, actually. And he looks like he comes from a background that's more like Anglo-Saxon, okay? It could be English, it could be Irish, it could be German or Scottish, some place like that, more of a northern kind of European background, if you will. Has a little bit of extra weight on him, not particularly muscular, because he's older now. He has lost some muscle tone, a little bit of his stomach on him, but nothing extreme. He says he's had heart problems, and that's the reason that he went to Spirit. Now, from what he also said, one or two more things before I ask you anything. He's wearing a shirt that's a plaid kind of brushed cotton, which is long sleeved, and that is a symbol that Spirit uses for me of saying that he's living more in a country environment or suburban environment rather than citified. Now, from everything I'm saying, Marissa, can you understand this person?
I don't know who that is. I'm not sure.
Okay. Is there something? Now I'm going to come back to you then, because wait a minute. There's a few other things coming in. Are you wanting a connection with an animal?
Not so much. A person. I'm really wanting. If it's okay for me to say, I really am wanting a connection with my mom.
Yeah, and I just want you to know that whoever this is that's here, Well, I'm not seeing your mom, but I will let you, and I will try to get her in a moment. So don't despair, okay, Marissa? Don't despair. But she just doesn't pop through right off the bat. So this man is here, and maybe he's mom's father. You know, maybe he's somebody in the family. Did you know your mother's father, please?
I did.
Okay, and he doesn't fit this description.
Not quite.
Okay. I have to clear him. All right. Are you is mom's family from an Anglo-Saxon background, please?
No, more Eastern.
Eastern European background.
European.
Okay. So let's throw that aside. Was his nose straight? Very straight, kind of actually pointed? Grandpa.
Grandpa had a very prominent nose.
Okay, well, the nose I see right now is straight, it's strong, it's straight, it's strong, it's prominent, but you're not answering what I'm asking you, and I'm trying to focus you. But the reason I'm trying to focus you is because it will allow us to get the best connection. So what I'm seeing is I see a strong nose. I didn't say it was strong. No, I might have said it was strong before. It's narrow and it's pointed. Okay, it's got a refinement at the tip where the nostrils are there. He's wearing glasses. Do you understand that for Grandpa, Mom's father, please? Can you remember that?
He had a bulbous nose. He did wear glasses.
Okay, his nose was
have, white hair.
Okay, and his nose was rounder than this pointed look. Is that what you mean by bulbous?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It was almost like a light bulb at the tip.
Okay, all right. Well, I don't see that right now, so we'll leave that alone then. Okay, so let's just try to go to Mom. I'm sure this person is somewhere in the background there, something in the family. Actually, what I saw is him more on your father's side. Do you remember your father's father, please?
Not really.
Okay, then he's probably your father's father with a straighter nose, straight, narrow nose, strong pointed tip, flaring nostrils, glasses, hair that's white, thinning, a little bit of balding, a little bit of stomach, not too fat, though not fat, more of a narrow build, and I don't see him as tremendously tall. He could be anywhere from 5'10" to, could be 5'9" to 5'11". This is Grandpa, and I see him on father's side. So since you don't know him, I just want to honor him so that we put him on the side. You can confirm that later with other family members. Now, over to Mom. Hold on. Mom, you there, sweetie? Well, I do get a feeling when you had said that before, I just want to make sure I'm not projecting because of assumptions. So one moment, please. I just want to go there. Okay, there's problems in the lung area and there's a problem in breathing. Do you remember that for Mom, please? You remember breathing issues?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because I can't breathe right now. She's giving me a clairsentient feeling, which is feeling that she's having trouble in this area, which is the right behind the clavicle bone, the upper chest area. It's almost like she's having trouble gasping for air. She also says she's slender. Okay, I see her slender. She's got nice features. She's not showing me them just yet. She just gives me the sense of her having a lovely bone structure. It's kind of hard for me to explain that if I can't see it, but what I do see is high cheekbones, a squarish kind of jaw. She has a nice straight nose, interestingly enough, even though her father had a bulbous nose, she comes through with a straight nose. She has brown hair. And she's refined. She reminds me a little bit of Jackie O. Remember what Jackie Onassis looked like, Marissa?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, can you please confirm, did Mom have any resemblance in that direction, please? Because she's very pretty, this woman I'm seeing.
I would say she had some resemblance, yes.
Okay. And I actually see her wearing a pillbox hat, which was during the 60s, I think, or late 50s, women wore hats like that. Now, I know your mom's probably didn't live during that time. Did she live during that time, honey? Was she, because you're pretty young, did she live in the time when, like Jackie O, like a contemporary to that, please?
She did. She was around at that time.
Okay, so she's wearing a hat that was
a
young woman, and she's wearing a very fashionable hat that's they call it a pillbox hat. It's a little small square thing on her head. She's got a little bit of a for this particular image, a little bit of a, what do you call that, a mesh coming off of it, and she has her hair up to shoulder length. It's to a little shorter, like a mid-length length, and she's got it in a little page boy. She's very prim and proper in this particular image. She says, you look a lot like her now that you're a little older and you've matured some. She's sorry that she had to leave you so young. Obviously, you're young, and she's sorry she had to go so young. She says, but it was her time to go. I also felt earlier, I don't feel it now, and I'm going to just double check before I say it, something. I just want to see something. So there's something going on in her lungs, honey. And I think it's cancer. Did Mom pass of cancer, honey?
She did.
Okay, and the lungs are affected by it, so it could have started somewhere else, but for some reason I get the lungs a lot. Do you understand? Well, you already said you did understand lungs in part for this. There's a wasting away. There's a fastness to how this happens. The way she moves to transition is quick. It doesn't take a long time once she knows what she has before it's really too late for treatment or anything could really be done. She's making a little bit of a joke about it, which I know it's rough to say this because you're her daughter, but she might have had that kind of sardonic wit, if you will, and also been kind of educated as well. But she says, like Sartre's no exit, there was no way out. Okay, so she's using that idea. She's using a literary reference. There's no way out. She says when she understood what she had, it moved in aggressively on her frame, on her body. And I also, right, I also see you crying a lot back in that time. Clinging like, Mom, Mom. I see her more. She seems to get resigned to her fate quickly. She's a very stoic kind of personality. At least this is what she's reflecting to me. She also shows that she didn't let anybody really know. She didn't want to seem upset, but so she hid her feelings from people. In other words, Marissa, she's trying to put on a brave front while everyone else around her is, like you in particular, are very, very, taken aback by this. Can you relate to that, please?
Yes.
Okay. And she says she wanted to be strong for everyone. She says, but she is a strong person. She says it is her temperament and her natural way of being to more withhold emotions and not be, the crying type. She says when she understood what was going on with her body, she said to herself, I will make the best of this and I will exit life with dignity and grace. And she said she wanted to set that forward as an example to everyone in the family and you, that we should not be fearful of death. Now, your mother's a very profound individual. She gave me a lot of things here. They're very interesting. She says, indeed, now that I am in spirit, she says, I definitely want you to know, Marissa, and everyone listening, well, she's very erudite, everyone listening, that moving to spirit world has been a blessing rather than a curse for me. She says, spirit is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful place. She says, I'm at home here with the angels. And this is interesting. And they sing my name every day. And her name seems to also have an M or be an M kind of name because I know your name's Marissa, but as you were saying, sing her name, I got the feeling of a name that's like Marissa or a M name. What was Mom's name, please?
Her name was Ruth.
Okay, well, that certainly wasn't correct. But she's singing with the angels are singing her name, and maybe she was just taking me to your name. So, Marissa, okay. So she loves her new life in the spirit world, and we'll see if I can get one or two more pieces of evidence here. What is your last name, honey? Family last name?
It was Shep.
Shep. Okay, hold on. Okay, Mommy, do you want to show me anything else for your beautiful daughter? Just that I'm okay, I'm safe, I'm here with God and spirit. She says, I do things. Oh, and she's showing me one last thing, which is kind of interesting. She's playing tennis. Okay. I have no idea if she ever played tennis on Earth, but she's playing tennis in spirit. Did she play on Earth?
I think she did. Maybe when I was really young or before that.
Well, she's feeling good, and she's playing her tennis. She says she was very good at it when she was younger, and she's with some of her friends. So that is to let you know that she's vital and alive, my dear. And I want to thank you so much for calling in. Where are you calling in from, by the way? If you're using Skype, are you in another country or in the United States, or where are you calling in from?
I'm in South Carolina.
Oh, okay. You just want to use Skype. Okay, honey. Thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, love. Bye-bye. Bye. Okay, I'm going to go to Christine. What happened to this other person? There was somebody who was before her. Okay, let me go down the line here. Here he is. Andy! I got to go to Andy first because he was first. Andy, give me your... Andy?
You can leave me at Mommy's while you go around town.
Okay, I'm going to close that off because we're going into his personal life now, and he missed his opportunity. I don't want him to be embarrassed. He didn't realize we were listening in. Okay, moving to Christine. Hello, Christine.
Hi, thank you. Hi there. Thank you so much. I really appreciate this.
Sure, and I appreciate you as well for calling in. Thank you for calling in, Christine. So one of the rules of the show is that you just give me your question and not any background, okay? So just go ahead and give me your question, darling. Go ahead.
Well, I was wondering if I could change it. Could I possibly try to connect with my mom instead? Is that possible?
We'll try. We'll try to give that a look-see and see what that's all about. I try to only do 2 other side connections at the beginning.
I'm sorry.
Well, that's all right.
Oh, okay.
I mean, no, that's all right. We'll see if we can pull her in. Let's see what we go here. Okay, well, so there's a very loving, graceful presence that steps into the space next to you now. She does look like she lives to a grandma kind of, or older person age. At least the woman I'm seeing in front of me is somebody who looks like she's lived to an older age. She has a grandma feel to her is what I'm trying to say. Now, I don't know if that's your mom or not, love, but I will give you what I'm getting. This particular woman that I'm seeing probably is not your mom because the way she looks, but she's got her hair, original color is brown, looks like she's wearing it back in a soft kind of bun at the nape of her neck. She also looks like she's got a little bit of a dowager's hump, or at the upper part of the back, the shoulder area, there's a little bit of that forward thing going on, and it could just be the way she's built, or it could be that she was having osteoporosis. I don't know. I'm just working from my visual images right now. She's also wearing a long sleeved up to the neck kind of dress that looks rather matronly, if you will, but it's got a colorful. It's colorful. It's like a reddish orange dress, and it comes in at the way she's got an apron. Now, the reason I tell you all of this is because she may not have literally dressed like this, or she may have, but it certainly means to me that she's a woman who's a homemaker, likes to cook, and she's living to an advanced age. So, was Mom a homemaker? Did she like to cook? Yes or no, please?
Yes.
Okay. Did she like to wear her hair longer? I have to say it that way.
No.
Okay.
No.
I see a brown color.
She always put it back.
But she did put it back. She pulled it
Yes.
back. Okay, so we got the pulled back. But usually somebody's pulling their hair back, it has to be a little longer to get back. That's why I asked that question.
She kept it much shorter in her older age, but she still wore it back. So she always put it up.
Okay.
She always had it up.
Oh, okay, perfect, because that's what she showed me, is this back off the face. Yeah. It looks like it's in a little bit of a ponytail or something back there, or whatever she had to do. Okay, and then she's, more matronly looking, very modestly dressed, but cheerful kind of outfit, cheerful kind of woman. Oh, now she's laughing a little bit, so we're on point for Mom then. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a loving person, very sweet, loving person. She's giving me a hard time about my terminology. Of the dowager's hump. She doesn't like that at all. She says, I didn't have a dowager's hump. She says, I'm just a little bit rounded in my shoulder area, she says. But I like to cook and clean. I like taking care of the house. I like to bake cookies, other things. She says, very good around the holidays. And so she shows me this energetic kind of presence, fluffing the pillows up, doing the cleaning, everything nice in the house. My mother wasn't quite like that, so it's quite different than my own mother. But, a nice energy floating around the house taking care of you and the other children. There are other children besides you, she says. And she loved her home life. She loved her family life. She loved everything about her life. She says she's not sorry she's in spirit, but when she says that, but she did have a wonderful, wonderful life. And she refers a little bit to that movie, It's a Wonderful Life, with that actor way from the past. It was a wonderful life that she had. She says she was very calm. She had a very nice temperament. She still does. She says she never yelled at you children very much. She says sometimes you would get on her nerves, but she didn't. She wasn't always running around screaming in a temper tantrum. But I mean, she disciplined from time to time. Do you agree with that, Christine? Because you're laughing.
Yeah. Well, with me, she didn't yell that much, but
okay. The other kid, she yelled. She says, "Well, a little more." Okay, she wasn't perfect, but she wants me to. She wants me to know. She wants me to know and to say to you that she was the kind of person that didn't like to. She didn't want to get upset herself. So when you had to yell and get all that energy up, she says it would drain her, terribly drain her. So she always tried to keep herself calm, and not go into those flurries. She's got that kind of temperament that's not always, she's not high strung, is a simple way to say this. She's more of an even tempered person. Doesn't mean she's perfect, she's saying to me. Right? Doesn't mean I'm perfect, but I'm more of an even-tempered kind of calm soul to begin with. She says, but yeah, your kids, you tease the heck out of me. Some of you tease the heck out of me. There's one of them that's older than you, and it looks like it's a male, like an older brother or something, or somebody who's teasing her a lot as he gets a little older. You have a brother, please?
He actually passed when he was 17.
Okay. Well, he was teasing the heck out of her before he left, okay? He's a teaser. And I even see him, that's interesting that you bring him up because probably he's there with her. But he's got one of his favorite little games to play, she's showing me in the kitchen, was to have one of those kitchen towels and kind of like flail it at her just teasingly a little bit in the kitchen. Do you remember that, Christine?
Well, yeah, we've kind of done that in our household a bit because there was always the dish towel and then we would kind of thwack it toward each other.
There you go. And she's showing me that. She says she's there. She is there with him, of course, but they don't stay in the same place all the time in spirit because vibrationally they're in separate houses, separate locations. And that's something to do with him, his temperament, and what he did. And how he passed. Okay, so he's going through a series of clearings or penance for that, is what her terminology is, and repentance for that. And he's learning a lot about himself still. Okay. Yeah, he's not ready to let go of his past. He's still in a bit of denial, and he still has a lot to learn. She says, it did break my heart, of course, as you know, and I never quite got over that. She says, but he's trying to learn about it now and do better next time when he decides to come back. So with that, Christine, I'm going to let you go. Okay, honey? I thank you so much. Yes, love. Thank you. Okay. Bye-bye, love. Okay, I have to go to Susie because there's something going on in her life. This is my dear Susie. Does that mean you're not here, honey, because you're on the phone with your family? I think it does, because she put that in there.
Hello?
Hi, honey. Did that mean that you can't talk to me? Family issue on phone?
All right.
Do you want to go on? Do you want to stay on the phone, the other phone, honey, and just let? I was going to do the healing now. If you can't do it, that's okay.
Okay. Hang on. I'm on with my son.
Okay. You want me to?
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I'll work.
Go ahead.
I can work with you then? Okay, because I won't have any time after the show. Okay, so thank you, love. Okay, so we're going to go to Susie B. and her beautiful dog, Daisy. Daisy has been diagnosed with cancer, everyone, and has a big tumor, I believe, right on his left, his left rear leg, right, honey, Susie?
She is exactly on the middle of her back near her tail.
Oh, okay, all right. I thought you showed me a picture of something that was back there. Okay, that's where I'm getting it from, everybody. It's not a psychic thing. Okay, so
It's more on the left. It's more going to the left, but it's kind of in the middle.
Okay, she is uncomfortable. She is uncomfortable right now. I have to tell you that. I think you told me this, but I also feel that she's trying to lick it or do something with it from time to time, or she's not quite sure what to do with it or how to get rid of it. You might notice her head goes back and she tries to do something there. Like, what is this thing on me? Now, I'm going to look at her lungs, unless you already know that her lungs are with fluid. Did you say that that was an issue?
No.
Okay, I'm going to look at her lungs for a moment. This is Daisy's lung. She's uncomfortable. That's the main thing I want you to know. Right now, she's extremely uncomfortable. Are her lungs clear? Yes or no, please, Spirit. They're not clear. She does have fluid in her lungs. She's coughing up a lot of phlegm. You might have noticed this because they just said it's overt. In other words, there's some kind of thing coming up sometimes, or she may look like she's choking or something. It doesn't look very obvious, other than the fact that you might notice at times she looks like she's just coughing. Okay, and you're not sure, you're not sure exactly what that is. Okay, so we're going to give her healing, everybody. If you want to join in, the more people that send love light to Daisy, and by the way, this is true of everything and everyone in our lives. If you have a number of people who can go into a meditation and send you intention, that's how we heal. Okay, so I'm going to now be sending her love and light. You could do the same with me, Susie, honey. I'm going into the back.
I'm holding her.
Okay, and so I'm sending in the intention, but in the back area where that is, that lump, to send in love and light to disperse it and reverse it. Okay, I'm sending in loving, healing light. I'm sending in vitality and healing energy to her. Now, why do I see a beagle? Does she have any beagle in her? I know that she's a dachshund. What's this beagle thing going on? Is there a beagle in anywhere? Huh?
No, we don't. I have lots of dogs in inventory, but no beagles.
Okay. Is she 100% dachshund?
Yes.
Okay. All right, hold on. I'm going to her lungs now. And now another thing, everybody, if you want to raise your vibration for healing, your pranic energy, you can breathe in deeply and then keep, breathe out, breathe in deeply, breathe out deeply, and continue to do that. And that raises your ability to transmit intention. So go ahead and breathe in, everybody. Breathe out into the lung area. Sending an intention to heal, love and light. Also, I'm going into the lower neck to the shoulder area. That's where I'm being drawn. And now I'm going to go into the brain area, sending her calming and love and light. Okay, and now I'm just going to treat the entire frame with more of this radiation of white light, love and light, pink light, healing light, allowing her to receive the healing and take it upon herself. In the next 24 hours, please try to help her drink a lot of fluids and let her get as much rest as possible. I'm also being told to keep her away from the other dogs in her own room or space, if you will. This will help her clear the energy that's negative around her so that the healing can take form. And she does need to rest a lot. Now, you're going to be going for an operation with her, right? But in a few weeks, is that it, love?
No, tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's fine. That's fine. That tomorrow is fine. In a few weeks, we'll see what happens with this. That's what the few weeks is. You will be finding, though, there's a 50-50 chance that she could be 100% cured. So don't you worry about this, okay? Just keep sending in the love and the light. It's not a doomsday what's the word for it, diagnosis. And of course, everybody listening, I am not a licensed veterinarian. Duh, we all know that. I'm not a doctor, okay? What I am is the best intuitive resource available to you at this moment. There are other wonderful healers out there, and that I do the best I can from that perspective in complement, not replacement to proper licensed medical advice. Susie, I'm going to put you back in the queue, honey, and I'm going to go to one more caller. Thank you, love, for allowing us to do this.
Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, Laura.
Thank you, honey. Bye-bye. Okay, I'm going to go to Danielle. Danielle, honey, we have
Hi.
Hi, honey. Just give me your question, love, and not a lot of background. Okay, just quickly give me your question.
Okay. Sorry, I should have had this more on the tip of my tongue. The relationship I was in, and it got kind of clouded, and I just want to know what the status of that is. Just want some explanations, really.
Okay, what is the status of this relationship that she's in? You're in one right now, but it's just cloudy. Okay, give me initials, please, of him.
CC.
CC? Okay, hold on. Well, there is going to be a retracement here. In other words, I don't feel it's not going out the door, it's going to come back in the door. In other words, this person will make good on the issues that you've confronted him with, and that he will want to attempt to do what you're asking him to do. You're also being advised that you need to he cannot completely be everything that you need, but that doesn't mean that you throw out the baby with the bathwater. And so some of the areas that you're discontent in, you're going to just have to be content to accept them. Okay? There needs to be a level of acceptance. But I feel that it's not over, it's not getting worse, it's going to get better. Okay? And that he is going to try in the areas that you've asked him to try. Now, if you didn't ask him to try, there's probably areas you're dissatisfied in, and those are the areas that he's going to seem to try to work on. And you too need to work on some things, but I'm just telling you from your perspective what's going on. So does that make sense to you, honey, from what you know is going on?
Yeah.
Okay. So I see, I see that he's going to be trying harder to do and give what you need. Okay. It's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be perfect. Yeah. All right. But it never is. It never will be. The best advice for everybody in the world, not just for me or you or Who's He Wants Is about love, is that we all need to find our happiness with ourself. As much as possible, right, before and always, because relationships don't make us happy. It's nice to have companionship and share our lives, but they're difficult. They're difficult, but they become less difficult when we look to ourself and our connection with Source for our gratification and our own happiness. So you're in this to grow. You're in this to do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I figured that out already. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome, love. Thank you so much.
90 seconds.
Bye. Thank you. Okay, everybody listening, I just want to say thank you so much. If you'd like a sale for a private session with me, just go to booklaura.com and you'll get 25% off if you put radio show in the event code field and the date of the show that you heard me. I want to thank everybody again. Have a beautiful day, and I look forward to working with you again on Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, and whatever that is, your time in your time zone. Now,
60 seconds.
Namaste. Bye-bye.
Thank you.